Well, thousands of people marched this morning here in Lexington honoring the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and among them a man who has led the fight for civil rights in Lexington for decades. P.G. Peeples, a University of Kentucky graduate, joined the Urban League of Lexington, Fayette County in 1969 and became executive director in 1971. He's now CEO and president. And last year, the Urban League celebrated 50 years in Lexington. Peeples says he has marched in every Dr. King march in Lexington except for one, 32 years worth. And P.G. Peeples joins us tonight for breaking down the news. Welcome. Glad you could join us.
Thank you for inviting me, Sam.
You just told me during the break a bit of history, that the March for Dr. King here in Lexington actually started on the UK campus.
Yeah, we started doing those on campus in the 80s. It was a combination of the community and the Office of Minority Affairs there. I can remember the very first ones we did where we marched limestone around, and but we were only able to get on the sidewalks. And then we started to get permission to march. The police worked with us to get in the streets, and then we started having our first programs inside of the old Coliseum over there. And then there was the merger between UK and LFUCG, and it has grown to what we have today.
When you had those first marches, was it the numbers of people you have today, as diverse as it is?
No, not even remotely.
What was it like?
Not even remotely. We probably start that thing with a couple of hundred people here, if that many. Just this morning, what we had, I don't know, what, a couple of thousands?
Yeah.
I know we had 47 groups that has signed up to participate, and that's up. I think someone told me that our largest number of groups prior to that may have been 42.
What does it mean to you personally to march like you did today?
It's a day of, it's just a special day, and it's special to all of us who go down there and participate in this. It gives us a chance to come together. Sam, I would say in this community, on Martin Luther King Day, from 6 a.m. to noon, is probably the most integrated 6 hours that we have all year, because we have the breakfast, breaking bread together, then we have the march, and then we have the programs. And if you move throughout the crowd and you hear people talking, that's what you feel, the unity. And you're hearing people today, Sam, saying we need it more, probably more than we did during the time that Dr. King was around. If you think back to what it was like in '68, turmoil in this country.
Oh, yes, I was alive.
Lots of turmoil in this country. Dr. King, Kennedy, the riots, a whole lot going on. Today there are some unnerving things going on, let me just say.
Real quickly, we're running out of time quickly, and I could talk to you for an hour. What's the one big challenge you see in civil rights in Lexington, Kentucky right now, if you had to pick one?
I'm not gonna. I don't know if you call it civil rights or not, Sam, but I'm concerned about gentrification. Okay. There are changes going on in a section of Lexington around Jefferson Street and all, where I am concerned that what we're going to call progress is that with development. I'm for that, but I don't want to see us run the elderly, low-income people out of their neighborhoods.
Because of the price of the real estate?
Because of the price of real estate.
And that specific area, is it just a neighborhood?
Well, that's one of them where most of it's going on right now. Thankfully, the vice mayor has appointed a task force where we're taking a look at that. But that is the 500-pound gorilla right now.
P.G. Peeples, an honor.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for joining us for just a few minutes.
My pleasure.
You can join the conversation by leaving your comments on WKYT.com or on our Facebook page. Let us know what you think.